Hello everybody, this is Thomas' Epic 411 with a pretty old, I'm not so sure about rare, Hot Wheels train set. It's a very nice set indeed. Let's switch it off. And then, so it comes with a diesel locomotive, a log car, passenger car, and a car rack. And then also came with a crossing gate and a station, but I added some of this extra track. This is an original, the darker section of track. The boat didn't come with it, but the trees, the girders, telephone wires, whatever you call them, and the sign came with it also. Now, it doesn't really look like a more realistic train. It looks like a futuristic train from this set. Here's the locomotive. It looks great and all. It's very heavy, you can tell, and it's all nice. The paint is not really sort of metallic. It's sort of like a 3-speed Thomas with the sparkles infused in the plastic work. It's not really a realistic locomotive as a motor, as the engine is sticking out. It sort of doesn't look nice. Under the hood, we can see a set of traction tires that help grip the rails for extra hauling power. And if you're wondering what this white button does, here. You press it, it stops the wheels as a stopping function. It's also a power saving option. On the front there's supposed to be a light, but it looks like it doesn't work since this is an old set. Okay. Next we're moving on to a log car. It's a fairly old car. Well, and it has some trick features. So you press this button and there you go. Well, sort of okay, but there's a button that actually pushes the car and tips over the logs. That is a great feature. So, not really much to say about it. It's pretty nice. I mean, actually, it doesn't look the realisticness of a real train. I mean, the tipping feature is great, but the button is also really cool. I like it. It really helps tip. So, let's show you. Get the logs on, and then push. Well, that was sort of worked. Okay, come on. But yeah, it's a really cool little set and car. Next, moving on to a purple/blue passenger coach. Again, it is infused with the sparkles used on the Trackmaster 3-speed Thomas, if you can tell. It has steel wheels and a funny looking coupler. It looks like some of the Bachmann or whatever you call it, HO trains. We'll just line two up and see how they couple. It's pretty standard, like the automatic coupler. Not the tension lock like the Thomas models have, but like a standard, more realistic kind. See? It's sort of hard to uncouple them unless you turned up. Okay. So, coach, yes. Again, it's not so realistic. I mean, it looks too futuristic. Like the 3000s or something. I'm just guessing. But it's pretty cool, actually. It's very heavy due to the wheels. So it's a nice little coach also. Finally, it's a little special. You have a car truck. It actually loads up cars as a realistic train will do. If you just saw what I did there, there's some suspension in the wheels. If it goes uphill, it lifts, and not really like that, but it lifts and the train car goes up like that. I don't know. As you can tell, the cars rattle around in here. So you better be careful if you get on $1 million car in here. The back panel opens up so you can release the cars. It's so hard to open. The prison. There you go. So you can release them from the prison. It only works the bottom rack. The top rack, you actually have to manually lift them up. So it's not really that fun, no, but it's still pretty cool. So that's it for the train wagons. Let me just get these back on the track. It's sort of hard for some reason. Oh, and speaking of the track, when I first got the set, well, when I first found it, you know, a long time ago, well, not really a few weeks ago, but a little while ago, I said, oh, it looks just like HO track. But when I got on my HO track and set it next to it, I am completely wrong. This is a little far too, well, not far too big, but it's very big to be an HO track runner. So let me get some track and a Bachmann Thomas, or whatever you call it. Flip the camera over the track. Look at the scale. It's hard to tell. See? Look at the track. I lined the metal track up with here, but hey, look at this. The other track, it can't be right. The other track is far too big, Hot Wheels track, to use the engine. So here's a Thomas running on the Bachmann track. There we go. Here's a Hot Wheels track. Nope, fail. So I thought this would be a perfect connection with these, but sadly it isn't working out enough. So I was disappointed, but it turned out nicely. So moving on to accessories, this some of the lighter gray track, not the dark one. This all came from a small box, but this is actually the only track at the rate. The little gantry train. It's very nice. And it opens. And then this is station. A beautifully made station. There's some extra features about it. See, when a car loads up and the luggage is dumped into here, I don't know if they came with a car that actually makes this option work, but you flip open the switch, turn the little handle, we'll just put it off to the side. Okay, put it off to the side, flip the switch on, you turn this little knob with your fingers. It's a little tough, but it works out very nicely. See, watch. If you turn it, oops, fail. Okay, the luggage gets pulled up and dropped off onto the train car, and I don't know if it actually came with the train car like it. So it's weird. It's pretty nice, actually. I like it. The station looks pretty nice as a restaurant. I'm also going to use this little car to transport it. So, yeah. Now we're going to move on to a passing gate, which looks like the HO scale factor again. If the trains run over it, they activate the trigger, which makes the gates go down. See? It only works on one side, but you have to have both down. So it's pretty cool. I like it. See, okay, let's use a demonstration. It's only if the trains work on it, but if cars go on it, the gates could actually also go down, if you notice. So it's sort of a weird option. And then we have all this lovely loop of track. It comes with some trees, girders, which go up and down. There's still some in the box, and some telephone wires. There's also a jumble of other parts and pieces, which I have no idea where they go. So this is still a thing. I'm going to do another test run about this and see some of the problems for it in the next part of this review. So that's it for this part 1. Bye-bye.